I was shocked that he has been nominated. If the nomination proceeds, I'm sure that there will be an extensive background check by the FBI and public hearings and a lot of questions asked.
I don't think it's a serious nomination for the Attorney General. We need to have a serious Attorney General, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to consider somebody that is serious. This one was not on my bingo card.
Senators Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski weren't shy about their opposition to Matt Gaetz being nominated for Attorney General under Trump. It's too bad these guys didn't have the guts to give their opinion on the plan to nominate the accused child sex trafficker.
I'm having trouble.
What about Matt Gaetz?
You support him? We have a confirmation process.
I don't know yet. I think about that one.
Do you have any concerns about it?
We'll see.
Do you think Matt Gaetz is confirmable?
We'll find out, won't we?
Senator Kennedy, what do you think of Matt Gaetz as Attorney General?
Happy Thanksgiving.
None of these guys seem to like or trust Matt Gaetz, but they're too afraid of the guy found liable for sexual assault and rape to really say so. You know, because Republicans are the law and order party.
It's very clear, Aaron, that this is going to be a rocky road to confirmation because a lot of Republicans are concerned about a number of things that Matt Gaetz has said or done over the years, his efforts to try to oust Kevin McCarthy as Speaker, successful efforts in leading that charge, the fact that he's facing a House ethics investigation into sexual misconduct, something that he denies, as well as his defense of Donald Trump in the aftermath of January 6th, and it really goes down the line. Senator John Cornyn, who's also a senior member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, someone who ran for majority leader, fell short in that bid, said we'll have to do our job as a Senate, do our advise and consent function. Very noncommittal when I asked him if he would support him. And I also asked Senator Tom Tillis, another senior member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, and he said, Mr. Gaetz and I have jousted on certain issues between the House and the Senate. He said at the end of the day, it only comes down to whether you have the credentials and also the relationships. And of course, what Tillis was referring to was Gaetz' central role in pushing for the ouster of Kevin McCarthy back last year. That led to a whole back and forth. It made him very unpopular among the House Republican Conference and faced a barrage of criticism from Republicans in the Senate as well, who viewed the whole episode as showcasing how the House was dysfunctional and that how they could not govern and the like. And they pointedly blamed Gaetz for leading the charge against McCarthy.
So rape and sex trafficking aside, the Kevin McCarthy episodes, where Gaetz not only led the time and money-wasting charge to oust him from his speakership, but also piled on with an effort to taunt him over it ever since, might be the next hurdle he faces. But let's not forget, McCarthy hasn't really followed through on his promise to get revenge from outside of elected office. So you never know if he's looking to strike when Gaetz is the most vulnerable.
Speaking. What night are you speaking? Are you speaking tonight? Or one person? No. Hey, you're not. If you took that stage, you would get booed off of it. You would get booed off the stage.
One who's not coming back, and then the other part that you have, and the other part you have is one person who raised the issue. He's got an ethics complaint about sleeping with a 17-year-old. So that's the way they would go. So that's the biggest challenge we have.
I don't believe the conference would ever heal if there's no consequences for the action.
Has there ever been any conversations between you and the former president about Matt Gaetz and his decision to throw you out? Is he supportive of that?
I don't know how close you probably think the president is to Gaetz, but you should figure that out.
They're not actually that close? Gaetz makes it out to be like they're...
I'm sure Gaetz probably makes a lot out of it. He probably lies about who he sleeps with, too. And I'll give you the truth why I'm not speaker. It's because one person, a member of Congress, wanted me to stop an ethics complaint because he slept with a 17-year-old. An ethics complaint that started before I ever became speaker, and that's illegal, and I'm not going to get in the middle. Did he do it or not? I don't know. But ethics is looking at it. There's other people in jail because of it. And he wanted me to influence it.
Man, this shit has the makings of a reality show blow up where the cast comes back to a reunion show to readdress the fights that happened a year ago. Except these clowns are elected representatives fighting over power under a reality show president that's doing a favor for an accused fellow sexual assaulter. So welcome to Making America Great again. Again.
I served 20 years in the military. It's my absolute honor to be in Congress, but I served with some real scumbags. Look, Matt Gaetz, he paid minors to have sex with him at drug parties. Bob Good endorsed my opponent, a known neo-Nazi. These people used to walk around with white hoods at night. Now they're walking around with white hoods in the daytime.
This is a guy that the media didn't give a time of day to after he was accused of sleeping with an underage girl. And there's a reason why no one in the conference came and defended him, because we had all seen the videos he was showing on the House floor that all of us had walked away of the girls that he had slept with. He'd brag about how he would crush ED medicine and chase it with an energy drink so he could go all night. This is obviously before you got married. And so when that accusation came out, no one defended him, and then no one on the media would give him a time of the day. All of a sudden he found fame because he opposed the Speaker of the House back in November. And he's always stayed there, and he was never going to leave until he got this last moment of fame by going after a motion to vacate.
You know, these are Republicans that have openly called out Representative Gaetz' behavior as he's being called on to be Trump's judicial attack dog in hopes of pulling off his promise of political retribution. And the timing of this nomination is curious, considering he just resigned from the House, seemingly to take the role as Attorney General, but it also coincides with what may have been his comeuppance. You know, Jake Sherman from Punchbowl News posted, Gaetz' resignation from Congress came 2 days before the House Ethics Committee was set to vote on releasing a highly damaging report outlining its investigation into the Republican. The committee planned to vote Friday on releasing the report. Ethics loses its jurisdiction over Gaetz when he leaves Congress. The secretive panel has been investigating Gaetz on and off since 2021. President-elect Donald Trump announced that he would nominate Gaetz to be Attorney General on Wednesday. Looks like, again, all that talk about draining swamps and removing the deep state and calls for transparency was only said so that this incoming administration could fill the swamps, install a deep state of yes men, and cover up as many crimes as possible. You know, these criminals are upset that Senator Thune was made Senate Majority Leader, but they're still counting on the fealty of some of the weakest people in the country.
There's no question he's the leader of our party. So now he's got a mission statement, his mission, and his goals and objectives, whatever that is, we need to embrace it. All of it. Every single word. If Donald Trump says jump 3 feet high and scratch your head, we all jump 3 feet high and scratch our heads. That's it.
Do MAGA supporters think this guy's the embodiment of manliness, the way that they act like they are? Yeah, we know that they're all cowards that live vicariously through the fake toughness Trump displays with all this anger and whining, but they're not supposed to come out and directly say that they'd like a belly rub before getting a dog treat. You know, so isn't this embarrassing? Are his wife and kids proud that he's Trump's puppy?
Paul Ryan, you're a piece of garbage. You're a piece of garbage, and we should kick you out of the party. For Paul Ryan to say he's not voting for Donald Trump, that's the problem with some of our Republicans. It's guys like that. Don't go spouting your mouth off and saying you're a conservative. You're spitting in the face of the leader of our party, Donald Trump. I mean, grow up a little bit. Everything that we do in the House of Representatives should be in the best interest of getting Donald Trump reelected. This guy right here. Motions to vacate, justified or unjustified. We don't have time for that. They don't want Donald Trump holding rallies, because what happens at his rallies? This is 5 weeks sitting in a courtroom when he should be out reaching the American people and telling the American people what he would like to do for this country. And who shows up? Tens of thousands of people show up at Donald Trump's rallies. The Democrats hate it. There's not another person on the planet that can do that other than the Pope. The Pope. And when do people go? They visit the Pope. What do they say? Pope, what can you do? Would you bless me and my family? That's what they want. They want blessings for their family when they go see the Pope. When people come to Donald Trump's rallies, they're saying, Donald Trump, we need you more than ever before.
Damn, Troy. Calm down. I mean, heal. Stop humping his leg. It seems like Matt Gaetz' best chance of getting confirmed will come with leeches like Representative Niels and thoughtless dimwits like Tommy Tuberville that doesn't even know his role in the Senate.
Matt Gaetz get the votes in the Senate.
I don't know. You're finding all the swamp creatures coming out right now. Everybody's got an opinion up here, but at the end of the day, President Trump was elected by an enormous vote, and he deserves a team around him that he wants. It's not us to determine that. We've got 53 votes in the Senate. We can confirm with 51. I've already seen where a couple of them says, I'm not voting for him. Wait a minute. You are not the United States of America. You have one vote in the U.S. Senate. You did not get elected president. Vote with President Trump. This is the last chance we're going to have of saving this country. And if you want to get in the way, fine. But we're going to try to get you out of the Senate, too, if you try to do that.